Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today we're setting off on an extraordinary journey to an all-inclusive resort in the picturesque country of Austria. But before we plunge into this exciting adventure, let us confide in you, we've never embarked on an all-inclusive trip before. You see, we're typically the kind of travelers who find joy in cozy bed and breakfast accommodations and savoring local cuisine wherever we go. Now, let's talk about something interesting. In Austria, many families love the idea of an all-inclusive vacation. It's like a special treat, especially when they have kids with them. Imagine not having to worry about food and drinks during your trip and being able to eat and drink whenever you want. It sounds pretty nice, right? While people from Austria usually go to places like Antalya in Turkey or Egypt for all-inclusive vacations, Austria itself isn't usually the first choice for this type of a holiday. However, when we stumbled upon an all-inclusive resort right here in Austria, this piqued our curiosity and we thought, why not give it a try and see what this all-inclusive fuss is all about? So today we're bringing you along on a journey as we explore the Adler Resort in Saalbach-Hinterglemm, a hidden treasure nestled in the beautiful Austrian Alps. So if you're new to our channel, we are Kathy and Puria, a couple with diverse Indian and Persian backgrounds, and we've called Vienna, Austria our beloved home for most of our lives. On our channel, you get a passport to join us on our travels, taste new cuisines, and discover different cultures from around the world. Before we get started, we want to express our big thanks to Level 8 for equipping us with this stylish yellow luggage, which you'll see with us every step of the way on this adventure. With our bags packed and our excitement high, let's jump into our all-inclusive experience in Saalbach-Hinterglemm. And make sure to stay till the end of the video to find out if we would do it again. The journey from Vienna. Saalbach-Hinterglemm might be a bit of a tongue twister, but it's a wonderful place for people who love nature, adventure, and a break from their usual routine. This village is nestled in the Austrian state of Salzburg, surrounded by stunning mountains, and has a great mix of old Austrian traditions and modern ways of welcoming guests. Now, you might wonder how we got there. We started our journey in Vienna, where we live, and you know what? We prefer driving for about 5 hours rather than taking a quick 5-hour flight. Why? Well, Austria has some of the most beautiful roads, especially through the Alps. It's a scenic drive that we genuinely enjoy. What's the quote they say? It's all about the journey and not the destination. Well, in this case, it is actually about both. One more thing that we need to mention before starting off the trip, we drive an electric car and we were thrilled to discover Tesla's superchargers along the route. We usually take the slightly longer route if possible and make stops at the superchargers in either Kalwang or Kapfenberg. These locations for charging the car are not only convenient, but also have a nice lounge where we can take a break, relax, and sometimes even get some work done. Since we have 2 kids traveling with us, we like to plan in some extra time for the journey. This way, it's more enjoyable for everyone. So besides our supercharger stop, we also took a break at one of our favorite fish restaurants on the way to the Alps. It's called Fish Restaurant Schloss Teichstübel. Another tongue twister for you guys. This place is fantastic. It's located near a lovely lake, and as soon as you step out of the car, it automatically turns on your vacation mode. It's the perfect spot to take a breather and savor some delicious fresh fish dishes. The room. After an almost 7-hour journey, which included breaks, naps, snacks, leisurely lunch stop, we finally arrived at the Adler Resort. For this particular trip, we opted for the most spacious room as we were sharing it with friends and family. Or should we call it an apartment? Well, it is an apart hotel. This room/apartment included 3 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms, and a living area with a fully equipped kitchen. Moreover, it featured a balcony that offered absolutely stunning views of the surrounding landscape. The bedrooms were separated by a long hallway, proving to be quite convenient. This was very helpful because it meant for us, the parents, that we could talk and move around without worrying about waking up the kids who were sleeping in the rooms. But even though the apartment was big, the living and kitchen area did feel a little bit cramped. This was actually surprising because the apartment was meant to accommodate 8 to 10 people, and we were only 7 adults with tiny kids and babies. Well, at least we had a balcony, which gave us some extra space as we were there in the off-season. However, we do think that in the cold winter months, which is the peak season, it might feel a little bit too tight for this many people. Exploring resort amenities. The resort has some great things to make our stay even unforgettable. They had a small heated outdoor pool, which we can imagine is awesome during the cold winter months. Inside, there were pools for kids and adults. What made it even better was that we had all these pools just for ourselves. The kids loved it, and it's one of the good things about traveling during off-season. While we didn't have the opportunity to visit the spa area, which includes a sauna and steam shower, the star amenity of the resort was undoubtedly the Joker card. This card granted us access to numerous complimentary services and activities, making it a prized possession throughout our stay. The Joker card was valid for the complete duration of our visit and allowed us to enjoy free cable car rides for the entire group. An amazing deal considering that cable car tickets typically cost more than 30 euros each. It's worth noting that these regional activity cards vary by location. For Saalbach-Hinterglemm, it's known as the Joker card. Similar cards are available in many other regions in Austria, typically provided when you stay at a registered accommodation. These cards are fantastic incentive to explore the area and take full advantage of complimentary activities. Food and drinks. One of the highlights of an all-inclusive experience is undoubtedly the food. The idea of being able to eat and drink whenever and whatever you desire sounds amazing. However, this is where things took an unexpected turn. When we got to the resort, we found out that it was all-inclusive, but with some rules. Honestly, if we had done some research before, which we suggest you do, we would have known about these rules. They also mentioned these rules on their website. Now, these rules didn't actually affect us because we don't drink a lot of alcoholic drinks, but if you're thinking of an all-inclusive vacation in Austria, where you can have all your favorite drinks from the menu anytime you want, we have to tell you that it's not quite like that. There are limits on the kinds of drinks that were included in the all-inclusive offer. You could drink as much as you wanted, but only from a certain list of drinks. For example, you couldn't have any whiskeys or gins, but you could have selected wines, beers, non-alcoholic drinks, and hot beverages. This was perfectly okay for us, but we can imagine that some people might be a little disappointed because of these rules. Now, when it comes to food, this was a different story. The food was really good. They had high-quality meals served buffet style twice a day for breakfast and dinner. But it's important to note that this wasn't an all-you-can-eat thing all day long. Don't get us wrong, we don't like places that waste a lot of food, and we do enjoy trying the local food when we travel, even with our kids. But we do understand that some people want a vacation where they don't have to think about planning the meals all the time. If you're hoping for an experience like that, where you have an open buffet all day long, then Adler Resort or just all-inclusive in Austria in general might not be the right choice for you. Adler Resort's all-inclusive offer included breakfast and dinner in a buffet all-you-can-eat style. For lunch, they had some snacks, and in the afternoon, there's coffee and cake. So if you're looking for a non-stop all-day feast, you might be a little disappointed. However, we must say that the quality of the buffet was very, very good. The food was delicious. They had great variety to make everyone happy, from kids to adults. Conclusion. So, would we opt for this all-inclusive experience again? The answer is probably not. Although this has nothing to do with the Adler Resort itself, which provided an excellent level of service throughout our stay. The rooms were clean and modern pristine, and the food was truly delightful. However, the limitations on drink options left room for some improvement. Adler Resort is an excellent choice for those seeking a weekend of pampering, relaxation, and the opportunity to utilize hotel amenities while embarking on day trips around the area. Most of these excursions are complimentary thanks to the Joker card. Nevertheless, as a family, we do cherish the opportunity to explore our surroundings and try different cuisines, especially in the Alps, where there are numerous hidden gems serving hearty and comforting Austrian dishes. We hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please consider leaving a like and subscribing to our channel. See you guys in the next video. Bye!